Hello, you all. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sheba, and I'm on here to share with you all a mixed media style tag and art journaling card that I created. But before I get started, I hope that you're all having a great day, and I want to thank you for coming over to my channel and watching this video. So let me go ahead and share with you all what I use, and then I'll share with you all what I made. So I did use some Victorian Velvet Distress Oxide and also Speckled Egg. I used Distress Ink and Vintage Photo for some distressing around the edges of my tag and my card. I use this stencil from Tim Holtz, which is a THS077 with these real pretty flowers. And then I also use this stencil, which is called Doily, and it is THS018. And the imprint of the flowers didn't come out right, or they didn't come out like I wanted them to, but you still get the effect of the Doily. And then I also used, from Tim Holtz Ideology, this is a cello sticker tape, which I know you can make your own tape using alcohol ink, but I purchased this, and I love this. And then I used 3 different stamps from Stampers Anonymous. So this one is Field Notes, which is CMS 396. And I use this one right here, which I love this one for some reason, but yeah, I use that. And then also Ledger Script CMS 241. I use a little bit of that stamp. And then from this one, I used Papillon CMS 106, and I use this stamp right here. And then I use it again on my card, journaling card. I use New York, but I wish I would have used Paris, and I'll show you. And then I use this paper pack kit that I got from the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo in Virginia at the end of April that I went to. And so I bought 3 different paper kits from the vendor. They also had Graphic 45 that I purchased a kit from that, a Graphic 45 paper kit too, from that vendor. So those are the items that I use. So let me go ahead and share with you all what I created. So I'm going to share with you all the tag first. So here's a tag that I created, and I love the way it turned out. So I didn't use any of the background paper. I just fussy cut out of the paper pad what I wanted to use on my tag and my card. So I use a speckled egg in the background, and what I did, I just smushed it on my mat, and I just dipped it and dried in between the dipping. And then once I did that, then I took the stencil right here, the Doily stencil, and stenciled on top with the Victorian Velvet, as you can see. And then I fussy cut out the images out of the paper pad. This is a collage strip from Etsy that I just cut out because I thought it fit the theme, since we have a corset here. The designer, July 1900. And then this is a strip from the paper pad as well. And I just stamped from the field notes, the 05713. And then I put the little cello tape here and here. And then I distressed the edges with the vintage photo. So that is it. Oh, and then I did use that stamp from Papillon right here. The Paris, New York, and London. So yeah, I love the way that turned out. And then I'm going to share with you all my card. So here is a card that I created. So I used a speckled egg for the background as well, but I didn't do the dip, you know, the smushing in the background and drawing in between like I did this one. So as you can see, if you do the smushing in the background, if you don't know, the color's going to come out a little bit darker than actual just, you know, laying it down onto the background. So that's what I did. And then I took that Ledger Script stamp and I stamped it lightly right here for the background. I took that Field Note stamp and I heat embossed it in gold on top of that. This is some old book paper that I had just on my desk, so I just put that there. And then I cut out this piece from the paper pad. Here's another little strip from the paper pad, and that's where I said I should have put Paris instead of New York, but it's okay. I fussy cut out the flower as well, and then this is a strip from a collage strip as well from Etsy. And then I inked around the edges of everything, and that is this journaling card. And then here's the back, here's the background that I did with the flower stencil with the Victorian Velvet. And that is this card. So those are my 2 projects I want to share with you all, my journaling card, or tag, and then my card. So mixed media style in some sense. Well, yeah, it's mixed media. And I just, you know, like I said, instead of using a paper from the paper pad from the background, I just used the little pieces out of the paper pad that I fussy cut out with some digitals. And yeah, that's what I did. Very simple. It took me a little time to figure out what I wanted to do, but once it all came together, I was really pleased with how it came out. So I hope that you all enjoyed my share of my tag and my journaling card that I want to share with you all. I do want to thank you all so much for watching. You all have yourself a great day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye.